There are different kinds of work that are detailed in the Bible, but for the most part, they can be divided into two main categories: physical work and spiritual work. These two can be separate or they can overlap, and one can picture the other as well. For example, there is the physical work of sowing and watering crops, and yet there is the spiritual work of evangelizing and teaching, which is pictured by the physical work. Paul speaks about that in 1 Corinthians chapter 3. There is the physical work of being a soldier or a warrior, and yet that pictures the spiritual warfare which goes on all around us. In fact, if we look closely at the workers who are mentioned in the Bible and the types of work that they do, we will inevitably see a spiritual truth being presented to us. And yet, at the same time, some of those jobs are jobs that any of us might do at any given time without any real connection to a spiritual application. Most farmers do not go out in the morning and say to their wives, "Honey, I'm going out to work in the crops today, so expect the children to understand the book of Romans when I'm done." Instead, the father simply waters the crops, comes home, and hopefully teaches the children Romans. If he thinks his work during the day will transfer to his children's knowledge of Romans in the evening, he should probably be put away for a rest. However, even in his farming, there should be a spiritual connection. And Paul gives us this advice in Colossians chapter 3. He says, "And whatever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him." So if we work in a bank or on a farm or in a restaurant, we can and we should accomplish our work in the name of the Lord Jesus and give thanks to God the Father through him for the work, for the chance to receive our daily wages, for the chance to use our work to motivate others, and for the opportunity to show others Christ through our efforts. Our text verse today comes from 1 Corinthians chapter 3. Each one's work will become clear, for the day will declare it, because it will be revealed by fire, and the fire will test each one's work of what sort it is. If anyone's work which he has built on it endures, he will receive a reward. If anyone's work is burned, he will suffer loss, but he himself will be saved, yet so as through fire.